All of us realize we have very busy schedules here at Commodity Classic, and it was great to hear they've had record attendance. They've had 1,000 new faces here. Now, maybe it's all kids going to Disney World, I don't know, but record attendance. It's been a tremendous show already, and we appreciate you coming out here this morning. I'm Barry Nelson, Manager of Media Relations for John Deere. We are on the wave of a new revolution in agriculture. We're going to talk about that a little bit this morning. With me here today is Patrick Sikora, who is our Integrated Solutions Manager. So you know he's a pretty smart guy if he's into integrated solutions. But Patrick is tasked with helping us roll out a lot of the new technology we have in precision guidance systems, in some data management, some new data management systems, and a lot of, you've heard of John Deere FarmSight, the John Deere FarmSight services. There is just going to be a whole new array of products that stem from that strategy. So with that, I want to introduce to you Patrick Sikora, and he'll start his presentation.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks, Barry. I appreciate it. So I was able to come in yesterday and had supper last night. My daughter, she's 4, had the opportunity to bring her down. And when I woke up this morning, I was hoping I was half as excited as she was because she was going to Disney World again today. So really excited to be here. I think Barry set it up really well. When you think about technology innovations, 2 years ago in Tampa, we introduced the John Deere FarmSight strategy, and typically before that you talk about a specific ag technology component or precision ag component, and when you look at the John Deere FarmSight strategy, you look at the equation that's up there on the screen to my left. It's a total solution that begins with an understanding of the customer's business need. So it's ultimately our dealers out there taking our products, our technology, and offering a solution to the customer that addresses their specific need. So that's been 2 years ago when we rolled out the initial strategy, and we felt really compelled to tell you a little bit more about where we're going and provide some key updates around the John Deere FarmSight strategy, as well as some of the technology that's going to help enable our dealers to provide that solution, that John Deere FarmSight solution to our customers. So we have played a very big role in precision ag. Many of the technology, whether it's AutoTrack, the Green Star displays, the GS3 2630 that's pictured up there, the Starfire receivers, have been a cornerstone of precision ag for our customers. They know how to use them, they understand them, and they understand the benefit that technology provides them. Swath control or section control, the benefits that provides our producers. Well, when we introduced the John Deere FarmSight strategy, JD Link, telematics-enabled machines, the rise of smart machines was the slogan when we rolled that out. That 8R series tractor that's depicted up there had an MTG, or machine telematics gateway, that enabled remote communication to that machine for our dealers and for our customers. And we really believe that that's going to be the next off-board cornerstone. That information that's transferred off those machines is going to be the future wave of technology that Barry mentioned, that wave we're riding. And right now, we have 8 platforms of our large ag equipment are telematically enabled. So we're committed to that strategy, getting that information off the machine for our customers to utilize. And you see myjohndeere.com up there. That's going to be that off-board portal, the one-stop shop for our customers to go out and access the key information that they need. It's going to be a central hub for them. So rather than going to 5 or 6 different websites to gather the information, myjohndeere.com will be the future place we send our customers to access that information off the machine. And ultimately what that means is there's going to be some time in the near future where you won't need a USB stick. So you're going to be able to overcome some of the difficulties of long travel times to get the information, or not being able to respond quick enough to a customer a need or request. So in the future, again, the machines are enabled. That is the technology platform that's going to enable the future revolution in precision ag. And one thing I don't want to diminish that you see down lower right, the key component of that is our dealers. They're ultimately out there trying to understand their customer needs, articulate what the customers are trying to solve, and filling out that equation. So it's that human touch or interaction that really makes our John Deere dealers a really critical enabler behind this. As well as the third parties that you can see up there. We'll talk a little bit more in depth as we go into the presentation, but we know that our growers, it's important that they interact with other key third parties to enable information, and we're going to be able to provide that with myjohndeere.com. So let's peel the onion back one more layer and talk a little bit about some key things. So when we talked about the John Deere FarmSight strategy, what's some key things that a customer can do? So machine data custom alerts, an enhancement with the JD link. It's going to give the customer the ability to set custom alerts. For example, I'm planning. I'd like to know if any of my operators go over 5 miles an hour while they're planning. I know it's important for me to understand how important seed singulation and spacing is, as well as planter performance. I can get a custom alert to automatically give me the information that I care about remotely and manage that. Or perhaps someone's going too fast down the road. I can set a custom alert around that. It allows the customer to extract the information he needs from his producers or from his operators out there in the field to make sure that the right things are going on. And ultimately, you can set up to 5 alerts, custom alerts on any one machine type or any one specific machine. But a real good way for a customer to have a better understanding of what's going on and be alerted when something he wants to know about is out there. So machine knowledge. Some really nice enhancements around machine knowledge. So the report up there is small, but essentially a combine harvest report that's depicted up there. They can understand how much time they spend idling, how much time they spend turning on the headland, how much time they spend unloading on the go versus just harvesting. Maybe some key insights. Am I idling too much? Maybe I don't have enough semis. What does it cost to maybe lease some more? What are the different other interaction points as a grower that maybe I can optimize my harvest operation a little bit more? So a good way to quickly glance and understand what's going on with some of my combines in the field, and there's some key things I can do to get some more productivity out of those machines, or maybe some other insights in other areas of my harvest operation that I may tweak or adjust. Location history on JD Link. This is a big one. Had a lot of requests for this information. Just imagine being able to log on to your JD Link terminal and seeing real time where all your machines have been in the last 24 hours, where they're at right now, and the progress maybe on a specific task or operation. So I can look out there in the field and go, wow, it looks like we're about half done with that field or that specific operation, whether it's spraying or planting. Imagine an ag service provider managing multiple machines, knowing where they're at. Are they on the road? Where have they been? Did he take the right travel path? What's some key information there? Ultimately, any customer can understand where all of his machines have been, understand what they're doing real time machine status, fuel information, all the key parameters that are going to help them make better decisions or have a better understanding of what's going on within their specific operation. So then I wanted to provide a little bit of what I'd call a sneak peek. So we kind of showed you where we've come, some of the key information that provides customers with actionable information. And I think it's important for us to kind of show why we feel this strategy, as well as some of the technology that's going to help dealers and customers be much more efficient, where we're going. So we showed machine history or machine location just a minute ago. Well, we're going to provide detailed dashboards of all the different machines in an operation, more detailed information around those machines. Field boundaries. Going to be able to glance and see to report all your field information remotely, so you can pan out aerial overlay, Google Earth overlay. Going to be able to see all your different fields. Has there been interaction in the different fields? A dashboard of all your different fields that you're interacting with or have loaded. So a real nice tool, so more agronomic type information or documentation type information. And then ultimately laying machine information over that. So we're going to continue to provide more details, not only around location history, but what are the specific machines? Are they in which field? Which operation are they doing? Maybe even operational parameters within there. So myjohndeere.com, JD Link, telematics, you can begin to see where we're headed. More and more detailed information is going to be the central repository for a customer to go to one spot, get all the information they need versus multiple locations, whether it be desktop software to even parts information. It's going to be a central hub for our customers. So here is a topic that's I have a lot of passion around, and I think our customers and our dealers have a lot of interest in too. And I think we've got a really good story to tell here. So there's increasing customer data sensitivity. And you can see in the lower left, whether it's traditional AMS activations, basic information around the technology they have, to machine information that we're sharing with JD Link, maybe around operation hours or some of the information we just shared around myjohndeere.com. And then you have agronomic information, whether it be documentation information, yield, harvest. Customers are ultimately more sensitive with that information. And we're going to proactively work with our dealers and encourage very proactive plans with our customers, because we have a really clear message. Our customers are in control of their data. It's their information, and Deere's going to be transparent with what we're going to do with that information, but the customer has control of that information. And I think from what we've shown you even to this point, to the customers that want to participate, there's significant value that we can provide to those who participate. But the customer, he has control of that information, and he can choose to do what he wants with that information. And then last but not least, when you look at agronomic information, we're actually going to have a press release today around John Deere Field Connect with the addition of environmental sensors. So when you start thinking about the repository for myjohndeere.com, you have your documentation information. Well, John Deere Field Connects, we're going to release, have a press release today around environmental sensors, adding more sensory around key parameters such as soil temperature, moisture at different levels with 3 different probe links, and other key environmental information at that localized location that a customer would also be able to see. So key field information, maybe soil moisture, soil temperature, key things that may even impact such planting dates potentially, or even irrigation applications, but more information in John Deere Field Connect. So you can see ultimately the central repository for key information, ultimately the customer's in control of who has access to that information. And from a John Deere perspective, we're going to continue to be very transparent, as we always have been, around what we're going to do with any and all information. So I think this pictation up here is going to bring it all together. Ultimately, myjohndeere.com, it's the hub. It's the center point that's going to bring all these different interactions together. I've been talking about that. So you see the weather information on the upper left, the agronomic information such as John Deere Field Connect, or even your documentation information, machine information, your John Deere dealer, and then your alerts. And I think from a dealer perspective, we've already got all of the capabilities such as Service Advisor remote display access, all of the very, very important things to keep a customer up and running with that machine information. And then now tie in some of the more peripheral information they've had to go to multiple locations with, as well as third parties, whether it be their ASP, their banker, all the different components there, going to provide a key cornerstone for our customers to interact with their information. And I think on the bottom of that pictation, a key insight there is, again, web, mobile apps, going to be very easy for these guys to access the key information they need wherever they're at. So when they get that custom alert, when they get the feedback from their dealer that they've got a machine issue, they're going to be right at the center of that information all the time. So it's going to give them a good one location to get all the key information. And I think that ties in really well with a couple other key opportunities to dive into a little bit more detail. Later today, we're going to have 2 key people from our AMS or ISG group talk about machine and agronomic data management and maximizing your productivity. So really talking to a producer or grower about how they can improve their operational efficiency utilizing this information. So taking action with the information and insights and how they can use it to make better decisions. Additionally, I think this is really good information. I've had a great opportunity to have some insights to some of the work that's been done here. But Kevin Duvetter, Department of PhD from K-State, Department of Ag Economics, they've done some research with some of this machine information, done some pilot work with some customers, and ultimately the title says it all, the ROI of smart machine technology. So really diving in and understanding the different costs as well as the different decisions that growers can make to get a good return on investment around smart machine technology. And Kevin's got some really good insights with a couple growers that they did some work with. So I'd encourage you both or everyone here to look at the opportunity to go to the WIN session or this Better Data, Better Decisions Learning Center session today and this afternoon at 1 o'clock or 1:30 to 2:10 for the WIN session, and then 8:15 to 9:15 tomorrow morning for the ROI of smart machine technology. So I really appreciate everyone's time. I think the John Deere FarmSight strategy, hopefully it's providing a little bit more definition to everyone within the room, and I think there's some really good actionable information for our dealers and our growers to start to really delivering that total solution or understanding the opportunity to enable a total solution concept. So I appreciate everyone's time and like to go ahead and open it up at this time.